really surprised with this GLE 580. And let's go. So this is like AMG Light because more powerful than the 53, a lot of performance and power. Alright guys, so now this is in off-road mode, and let's lower it to the Sport Plus. Hello guys, Ivan here, and this is the GLE 580. So this is very interesting engine variant for the GLE because it's the more powerful version than the 53 AMG, but less powerful than the 63, and this is the Mercedes-Benz version, which is more powerful than the AMG version of the same car. So basically we have more power, faster car, more torque, essentially it's more comfortable. So here we have the V8 model. So this engine is mild hybrid V8 engine, which debuted here as a mild hybrid with EQ boost in the GLE 580 and also in the GLS 580. So as you can see, we have the... So from the rear you can recognize this engine variant here by 580. This is of course the 4MATIC version, so it combines the V8 powertrain with the EQ power, so ISG integrated starter generator. So this is essentially more powerful than the 53. Also it has more torque and it's faster to accelerate. So we have here the Zinio Diamond White Bright paint, and this car is in AMG line package. Really nice pearlescent paint, this diamond white. So the V8 engine here outputs 489 horsepower, and from the EQ boost we have additional 22 horsepower and 250 Newton meters of torque. The torque here from the engine is 700. The same engine is now in the new S-Class S580, but the engine output there is a little bit increased to 503 horsepower, and the EQ power output is a little bit decreased, but essentially it's the same engine, M176. This is assembled by machines at the Untertürkheim plant in Germany, this engine, and M178 are hand built in AFFALTERBACH. Those are 63 AMG engines, same 4.0 liter V8 bi-turbo. The 53s are inline 6 cylinders, and this one is V8 bi-turbo. So this car is not an AMG, but it's more expensive than the AMG version, the 53. Little bit, not by much, little bit. Hopefully I can open it. Okay. So here we have the 4.0 liter V8 bi-turbo. And this is to the sprint to 100 kilometers per hour. This is faster, about 0.4 seconds, essentially half a second basically. And the top speed is the same, to 50 kilometers per hour, 155 miles per hour, which is electronically limited. Yeah, so you have a car which is more comfortable, accelerates faster, and has a larger engine for a little bit of more money. But you don't have the sound which you have in AMG. And of course the car is more comfortable, but it's not as performance-oriented vehicle, because nobody will drive this on the track, even the 53s. Those are daily AMGs. Alright guys, so let's start the driving portion of this video. Alright guys, so we are in the forest, and here we are trying to find out if this car is agile. So here we have the curve mode, which you can customize level 1 to 3, and thanks to the e-active body control, this car can dip in the sides when you are driving. We have also here on the display inclines, how low you are going and or up, and also on the sides. Also in the right instrument cluster we can see how the 4MATIC is working. So right now in curve mode the car should dip on the side where is the corner, right? Like there's similar stuff like with the motorcycle, and you can actually feel it how it's working. So really great system. Depending on the angle of the corner, it can dip. So for example, here we have the corner, and I can clearly feel that the car leans on the inside of the corner. Really good, same as a motorcycle. It's a really interesting feeling. So this helps to give and put the weight into the corner. You can also see it here on the display. So it essentially dips one side and pumps the other side. The car can also do, if you are stuck in the sand, you can use the off-road assist, so-called like jumping. So this is the suspension which can allow also this curve situation. So we are very unique position here with the GLE 580, because this is faster than the GLE 53 AMG. Also it's more powerful, it has more torque. Yeah, faster, more power, more torque, so everything in terms of performance is more than the 53. But this is not an AMG, it's Mercedes-Benz vehicle. So basically what we find here is really unique vehicle, because it's more powerful than an AMG, but it's not an AMG. So in the lineup we can find the petrol and diesel versions, up to 6 inline 6-cylinder engine, the 450. Then you have the 53 AMG. That one is also inline 6-cylinder with EQ boost, integrated starter generator, the ISG 48-volt system. And this car 580 is also on the EQ boost and ISG, but it doesn't have inline 6-cylinder because it has a V8 engine. So it has the very similar engine to which you can find in the 63 and 63S AMG variants. So basically we have here the V8. That's very interesting, because you can get the V8 engine, but it's not an AMG, but it's more powerful than the 53. So I would say the unique proposition of this car is that it's really powerful, but it doesn't have the sporty character as much as, for example, the 53. The 53 is more, it has more firm suspension, and you can feel more bumps in the road, but also the 53 is more loud. So it has bangs from the exhaust. Also, if you accelerate, the 53 will be like more emotional, louder from the exhaust, also from the engine, but it's a little bit less powerful, a little bit less fast than essentially this vehicle, the 580. So that's really unique case scenario for the 580. Here we have not the best road, but this car handles it really nicely. So we can really feel the movement of the chassis and suspension when the car is in the corners with the curve mode. So it's really something I never felt before, because it's really like a motorcycle. But yeah, very interesting. Also we have here some gravel, so we can try the off-road mode. So the car now raises its suspension, and and we have a higher ground clearance. Alright guys, so now let's go into Sport Plus. And try how this car accelerates. So in Sport Plus, the curve mode is not an active part of this mode, and you cannot do that actively. Maybe it's doing like passively, that is try to lower one side, but not as much that you would feel it like in the curve mode. Also we have beautiful panoramic roof, which I will show you a little bit later. On this kind of tarmac you feel more the road in Sport Plus because suspension is more firm now. So we can try some acceleration. Alright, so this car has a lot of power, but it's semi-aggressive but more smooth also. So it's something what I really like about the V8 engine. Also we can try and see the RPMs here. We have also shifting with the pedal shifters, and this car is really planted in the corners. It's very similar to the 53 in terms of how this can handle. 53 will be a little bit better, but overall really great. The incline here is like 4%. Also, these twisty roads they are really challenging for any car, let alone this kind of powerful vehicle. So even though this comfortable car can be really has a great performance and handling as well. So I'm not even sure what I would pick. The GLE 580 is a little bit more expensive, but it has V8, and the 53 is a little bit less expensive, but it's an AMG, it's loud. This engine, if you have a different exhaust, will sound unbelievable. But it's not a performance car in its nature. This is car to cruise, to have the power if you need that, but otherwise you can use this smooth V8 engine. You can see now we are going at the pace of the cars in front of us, and we are going much more relaxed. So this car can handle these corners like no issue. We can try now the curve mode, so we can try how it dips. Really nice. The brakes are not the performance brakes, obviously. This is a Mercedes-Benz, not an AMG, but the brakes are sufficient, so really nice. So for everyday driving, I think this would be maybe even better choice than the 53 because it's more soft. and the V8 is so smooth in these corners, really amazing. Almost no body roll. So here in this car the corners are really not an issue. EQ boost also helps with immediate response. Also, brakes are really nice. You can go so quickly on the power. Wow, I need to try once again uphill. Really surprised with this GLE 580. So this is like AMG Lite because more powerful than the 53, but less powerful than 63, but also V8, and it has a lot of performance and power. Also you can see the power domes on the bonnet. So I really wanted to try this engine, and also I had many requests from you guys to check out this engine variant, how is it, and if you should get this one or the 53. Here you can see the tire pressures, and you can use actually 95 octane here in Europe. For the 53 you need to use 98 or 100. We don't have even 98 anymore. We have even 95 or 100 octane or more. So essentially you can use less expensive gas, but with this kind of vehicles it's not like a big deal if you pay a little bit more or less. But just to clarify that you can use fuel, but the performance should be better with 100 octane definitely. So I recommend to use that if you have this V8 engine. So here we have the Continental tires and these black multi-spoke AMG line wheels. These are Sport Contact 6 tires. On the front we have larger 275, 45, 21 inch, and on the rear we should have even larger 315, 40, 21 inch. Really nice pearlescent color, and we have also here the night package. So the GLE, not a brand new model anymore, but still looks good in my opinion. Still looks fresh. Also the interior, I like it. Here you can see Benz signature on the windshield. Night package darkens the mirrors here and also the window trim. Also at the front this part is darker, is high gloss black with the night package. So behind the Mercedes-Benz badge we have the radars for the Distronic and Distronic Plus, and diamond pin grille, which now in the C-Class has MB stars. So I quite like this diamond pin as well. Still looks quite fresh still, and you can see here some air curtains on the sides of the bumper, so the airflow is better on the sides. And overall really muscular looking car. These power domes, overall design of the, also the LED daylight running stripes. We have the multi-beam headlights which can cut out traffic, and yeah, they are amazing during nighttime. Also we have cameras for the Distronic and large panoramic sunroof. Alright guys, so here we are at the highway. So in the info you can see stats about the vehicle. So I was driving up to this point for 40 kilometers. That's like 29, maybe 30 miles, and my fuel consumption, that it was in 30 minutes, in half an hour. My fuel consumption is 9.3 liters. So I will put the MPG on the screen, and yeah, that was comfortable driving on the country roads where the speed limit is 90 kilometers per hour. So now we are at the highway, so we can try the acceleration. So we can switch to Sport Plus. We can try from 80 to 130. So I will just downshift. to third gear and let's go. Alright, so you can do that in 2 gears, third and fourth. Let's try it again. So yeah, very impressive acceleration. So now we can go into the comfort mode and check out how this car behaves at 113 kilometers per hour. We will also test the fuel consumption here, and then we will go faster and test fuel consumption at higher speed as well. But this speed is the average speed limit in the US. That's why I test the fuel consumption at this speed. Then we will go faster at 130 kilometers per hour. So RPMs right now at 9 gear are 1,500. And overall my feeling of this car is that it's really great for traveling on the highway. It can steer a whole lane automatically, it can change lanes automatically. As you can see, it steers, holds the lane. You just need to hold the steering wheel because it will flash on the screen that you are not holding it. We have also stop and go assist. Alright, so at 113 kilometers per hour the fuel consumption is 9.4 liters. I had to slow down a little bit, and yeah, that's great consumption. Now let's try 133. Now we have 11 liters right now, so I will keep going and then we will see the fuel consumption. By the way, overall fuel consumption for the entirety of this car so far is 13.7 liters, and that's pretty good, I would say, considering this is a demo car and people drive it more in a sporty way. So I would expect around 13.7, maybe 12.5, around that number. I would think if you would drive it daily and not, also depends where do you drive. So if you drive only in the cities, then of course you will have a higher fuel consumption. So right now, after 3 kilometers, already 4 kilometers, 11.1 liters, 11.2. So not as huge difference, around 1.5 liter, because I had to slow down. So around 1.5, 2 liters, that would be the difference between these speeds. And currently we are 1,700 RPMs. So yeah, overall this car is really amazing for just cruising on the highway and just chilling on the highway. Really great. You can open the sunroof here. Alright guys, so just a quick checkup of the interior. This is the interior which we know from the GLE, and you can check full review of this interior in my GLE videos. But here we have carbon fiber decor, Burmester surround system, heated seats, ventilated seats. You can see red and blue lights. You can operate the passenger seat if you press this button. Full electric seats, 3 memory positions, ambient lighting. You can see we have buttons here for the doors, mirrors, here for the lights, and we have two 12.3-inch screens for MBUX system. So this is sport setup. You can have it 3 different, we can say 4 different versions. So this is classic, it's in blue theme. You can also check what is in these instrument clusters. And yellow and gray was which I had. This is the progressive one. Also the middle screen changes with colors, and you can also have understated where you don't have anything. So basically that's that. This is not an AMG line steering wheel. This is a, you can say, classic steering wheel for Mercedes-Benz. So here we have toggle for the steering wheel heating. Here you can see on and off. Also you can electrically adjust steering wheel. Here you can see controls for the distronic. You can control and set the speed plus minus. With this you operate this panel, with this one this display. Here we have navigation, information about the driving, about the car, settings and other stuff, ambient lighting. We have also seat kinetics. So many features in this vehicle. Then we have here these vents. This one is operating panel for the AC. You can see plus and minus, and also we have auto hazard lights for the AC, sync temperatures, wireless charging for phone, USB-C ports, 2 ports for the this is to extend, so these cup holders can be extendable, and you can see also ambient lighting there, and these design handles for the GLE and GLS. Here you just place your palm to operate with the touchpad. You can also change here the height with this button, or if you change driving mode, here you can change the suspension. So suspension can be in different level essentially. Then we have manual mode. For manual transmission you can change the level of the suspension and hill descent control. So here you can see the armrest for 2 arms. If you press here, armrest will open. You have USB-C 4. It's quite spacious. You can put many stuff there. And here you can see the GLE seats. Napa leather, they are ventilated. The leather is perforated in the black color. You can have it in various colors. And we have also here the perfume diffuser and also a large glove compartment. So carbon fiber decor, Burmester sound system. So really gorgeous interior. And on the top you can see we have this large panoramic sunroof. It goes all the way to the back. So everything is light up in the rear. And you can open it also for the ventilation. If you press up like this, it opens there for like 1 inch. And if you want to fully open, then just press towards the back and it will open like that. So you have fresh air coming to the car, and you can close it. If it's too hot, you can close also the sunshade, the roller sun blind. This is really great if it's too hot. So the interior is 5 for 5 seats. You can have 7-seater version if you prefer it and order it. You can put ISOFIX there. It's spacious even for me. I'm 186 centimeters, 6 feet and a little bit more than 1 inch. So really spacious even in the rear. So now I pressed the level 1 and it goes back to my position, driving position. Also the steering wheel should come. Okay. So now we can check the rear seats. Alright, so now let's check out the rear seats. You can see a lot of space here. So this is great. Family car, definitely GLE, and also the GLS, which is even larger. But even the GLE, I would say, is quite large. Soft closed doors. So yeah, a very nice and cozy environment, definitely. And this is how the front looks from the rear. You can see this gorgeous front interior. Still looks really modern and fresh. And here we can find some additional USB-C ports. This can go back. And some small storage space, air vents. We have net here for some storage space. And this is the panoramic roof. It goes all the way back. And we have here the armrest as well. So the armrest here is quite large. You can have here the extendable cup holders. And here we have some storage space. So really spacious for two arms, as in the front. And also at the rear we can find electric operated seats, so you can have more incline at the rear. So for example, if I put this all the way forward, see, this is how is the difference. This one is all the way back, like the back, and this one is at the front, so you can vary it by a lot. Also we have Burmester speakers here and heated seats. Also some hooks and handle here, so amazing. Also here in the settings we have e-active body control, so we have a free driving mode, same as in the Maybach. So here in settings we have free driving mode in assistance as an off-road assist. So first we need to go into the off-road mode, here with dynamic select button. We have off-road mode, eco mode, curve. This will turn in the corners like this, like motorcycle. Then we have comfort, sport and sport plus, and also individual, where you can set it up how you want. So right now we go into off-road. The car is rising. Also you can see average fuel consumption for the entire time of the driving with this vehicle, 13.7 liters. Which I find pretty good to be a demo car and V8. So now the vehicle is rising, and when it will finish, it will be all the way up. We can check it out. So the car has huge gaps here, so the suspension is all the way up. Also at the rear. See? Full for off-road. So the difference is like 8 or 7 centimeters, quite huge between the all versions. So now if you go a little bit in the reverse or in the drive, I will go a little bit to the reverse. Alright, so now if you go into drive and you go here into the off-road assist, we have individual wheel control, so you can control individually each wheel. So you can have the front left to the up, and also you can put it all the way to the left, and the whole car dips. Can you see? Also this one. So the front are now all the way down and the rear are like this. If you press park, it will go back. So you can do that if you are stuck somewhere and you need to get out basically of the ditch or sand, snow, etc. You can see maximum speed is only 15 kilometers per hour, which is like 9 miles per hour. And free driving mode will start to like a jump. So this is improved starting characteristics on sand, snow or loose surfaces. Also maximum is 15 kilometers per hour. So you just hit start and to start like bouncing like this. See, I'm not doing anything. My hand is automatically just by this motion here. So it's quite intense. Okay, and you can do that in reverse and also in the drive. So that's the benefit of active body control, also the curve mode in the driving modes. Alright, so now let's open the trunk and check out the boot capacity. Also the car is in off-road mode, so it's quite high. So let's press here. Okay. And you can see here I have the tripod, my backpack, and 825 liters is the boot capacity if you put the rear seats all the way to the front, so you can move that as well. So yeah, a lot of practicality with the GLE, definitely. And underneath here you can see some tire kit, etc., first aid kit. So really huge boot space. That's a fantastic feature of the GLE, definitely. You can also tow here with the automatic tow hook, and you can close it. Alright guys, so now we continue with some city drive. Basically we will test how the Distronic Plus and stop and go in traffic works. Okay, so let's go. We have also 360 cameras, as you can see. Are really great and useful, especially in tight spaces. You can see on each side how the car can see the curbs, because this is a big car. It's not super easy, but it's not difficult to maneuver. You just need to be more cautious. Okay, so now we have Distronic and Distronic Plus. I set it the maximum distance just to be sure, just to be safe, and yeah, we will see how this car can go. So you have certain period of time when the traffic stop and go system will move. That's not it, so just press to the accelerator, the car will start moving, and the pickup of the speed is quite fast actually, so this system is really powerful. Sometimes it can read the traffic signs which are not correct for various reasons, but 99% it's correct. So the speed recognition. It also can slow down when you go into the bend, also on the countryside where you have higher speeds, and bend could be potential danger for you if you go at that speed, or it could be less comfortable. So in that case it's better to decrease speed, and the Distronic will do it automatically for you. Now I'm not driving at all. The car is doing braking, and it starts moving, adding gas, the throttle input, everything is doing the car. So there is a period of time, I believe it's 60 seconds, when the car starts again by itself in traffic. So if you have like traffic which is moving, not here the traffic light, but traffic which is slowly creeping, the car can creep basically very easily. So the 9-speed 9G-tronic is ideal for this kind of driving because it's very smooth, more smooth than double clutch gearboxes. So it's much better for the city driving and traffic jams, etc. So yeah, it's much more comfortable. The gear shifts are very comfortable, don't really notice them. So yeah, if you are waiting longer, then you need to just lightly tap into the throttle, and then it should go. Also, I believe if you can tap here, you can click here the button. We will test it as well. Also, we have automatic steering, as you can see. active lane skipping assist. I will just move a little bit back because there was uneven road, so you still need to keep attention, of course. This is level 2 of autonomy driving, not fully autonomous driving, but you can be much more relaxed with this kind of system. Much easier to drive, and you will be less tired definitely after a drive like this. So if the car is accelerating, then the car is not slowing down. Only if the car is slowing down or is at slower speed, then is speed set at your dashboard, basically. Much better and much more comfortable to use this kind of system. Alright, so now let's go on to the city highway circuit. We have some time left with the car, so we can now accelerate. The car is still keeping lane, is steering, and everything is doing by the car. Also the steering. We can have large navigation here, we can have Waze here. So yeah, very good. I will just decrease here the steering on 3 levels because that's enough at higher speeds. At lower speeds I usually keep it at 2, 3, but usually it's 3, sometimes 4, because some cars like this V8, it adds gas on automatic mode like more fast, so it's better to have more space if you leave it on the system. But you need to try yourself. As you can see, the car is steering. If you don't hold the steering wheel, it will tell you on the dash you need to hold it, it will start flashing, and then it will start beeping. And if you don't hold the steering wheel, it will actually start slowing down, and it will stop on the road. It will put on the hazard lights, and it will actually I believe it will call emergency services. So very good safety feature for safety. This is amazing. Also some people, you shouldn't drive if you are too tired, but many people do that. And if you have micro sleep, or whatever it's called in English, if you fall asleep for like few seconds, and yeah, you can crash easily. But with this system, it's less likely that you will crash. And yeah, micro sleep, or I don't know, you could be like distracted. So this system is very good. But always you need to pay attention, because you are responsible for driving this vehicle, not the car. That's why it's level 2 of autonomous driving. So level 5, I believe, is when you don't even have steering wheel, just input and it goes automatically. But we are now at level 2. Level 3 should be in the next it should be next year in the S class. So now pretty steep corner. Actually the car decreases speed automatically, but I did it first. And now I rather braked, because car was in a very sharp bend, and I saw with my own eyes that there are cars, traffic jam, but I didn't feel that the car was slowing down, because maybe the car was like looking there and there was the traffic jam. So see, it's not a fully autonomous car, but it's very good. Usually I would use it we can test it here actually, see how it works. So set it on 50 kilometers, and now it brakes itself. We have some traffic jam here, shouldn't be a huge issue, but yeah, let's test it how it works. It should creep slowly forward. So for this kind of driving, this is amazing, this stop and go feature, because for me personally, I don't like to add a little bit of gas, a little bit brake, so I like to, when the car is doing this automatically. So if you actually go and have eco mode, I believe it should go. We can try it if it would do this stop and go maneuver like more smoothly, because sometimes with this V8 it adds like faster gas. You can try that as well. So it's slowly creeping forward. But if you have this situation where you need to let other cars go, the car doesn't know that. It's only by the car which is in front of you. The system is working only by the car in front of you. So yeah, in this case where the lanes are merging, you need to pay attention and don't crash, because the system is not ready to do merging automatically. Okay, so also you can press here on the rest button and the car will start to move. Also it steers, can you see? Really easy. You can see here various assistance systems, and I feel on the eco mode it's more smooth with throttle and creeping. So if you put it on comfort, actually in curve mode it's not working. So really great system. Now it should brake. Also it has in the Mercedes-Benz badge in the front, it has this LiDAR like sensor which can monitor with like some wave. So it's not based on the camera only, it's also based on the, yeah, in comfort it's definitely more picking up speed faster. So that could be a benefit too, or maybe you like eco mode where it's adding throttle slowly. So basically very good, but also obviously it has certain limitations, so I would recommend to use it with caution, and yeah, you should be fine. Also it works with conjunction in stop start. So now the engine is off, and if you press it will turn on. On 48 volt system the startup of the engine is much more smooth, but yeah, you can use that, it's up to you. The start stop is much more smooth on the 48 volt system. So now I want to go there, and the car doesn't know that, so I need to now take over and basically do the turning here automatically by myself. Then you can also turn on the steering and continue like this. So it's half semi-autonomous, we can say, level 2. So level 3 will be in the S class. Now you can see it, it can see that we are doing like turn, so it decreases speed. But now it will increase, but I want to go right, so yeah, sometimes you need to turn it off, and if you brake, the system will turn off automatically. So it's easier to turn it off. You don't need to like find button, just brake a little bit and it will be turned off. So yeah, amazing car overall, just amazing daily driver. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Let me know what you think about this GLE 580 V8 model, which is more expensive and faster than the GLE 53 AMG version, and let me know which one would you choose as your car. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, turn on all notifications so you are notified for all new videos. Thank you very much for your support, and guys, I will see you soon in the next video. Have a wonderful day.